Have you ever felt like you had this great idea, like something really good came to you and you just thought this must be from God because it's really good and things are just kind of falling into place, but you didn't stop and ask the question, God, is this what I'm supposed to do? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today on Jenny's Biblical Messages. So, I haven't done a video for a week or two, something like that. I've been trying to do them in more like chapters. We did a whole series on healing, and I did a series on the Great I Am. And I thought that God wanted me to move them into a workbook and try to sell the workbooks. Well, I was having a difficult time with that. I was having a difficult time writing it. I was having a difficult time trying to figure out how to do it. And I had people read them, and they said, you started off really good, but then you kind of didn't finish your sentence. And I felt like writing for me is much different than talking. I can talk and tell a story, and when I write, I want to get to the point and end it and go on to something else. So it wasn't as exciting or as interesting as I believe when I talk. That must be more of a gift of mine than writing. So finally, yesterday I sat down with the Lord and I was like, I'm having a hard time. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. So I asked him, and I'm going to read to you the answer that he gave to me so that you understand kind of how the Lord speaks. He's very loving, he's very comforting, but he's also right to the point. And he tells me when I have messed up. So he told me that here. So I asked basically, what am I supposed to do? I feel like I'm a little lost on all this. I was doing my messages almost daily and I've kind of gotten out of it. Where am I supposed to be? And he says, get back into the biblical messages. You came up with a workbook on your own and didn't ask me about it. You put yourself on a journey I didn't intend for you. This is why I always tell you to come to me. I will not lead you astray, but you will lead yourself astray. Ooh. So basically, I put myself on a journey and went down a path that wasn't meant for me. And as I was trying to do this on my own and not doing it partnering with him, I was having a difficult time. And because I was having a difficult time was because it wasn't meant for me to do. It wasn't something I was supposed to do. So James 1:14 says, but each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. So have you ever been there? Has it been anything that you have done on your own, but you know that maybe that's not the route you were supposed to go? Like, I feel like while I was doing this workbook, whilst I was writing it, I was like, this is missing something. This isn't quite the way I intended it to be. I wanted it to be. It's not as oomph as I thought it was going to be. And it wasn't, because I was doing it on my own. Proverbs 14:12 says, there is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. All right. So, what does that mean in this situation? Am I going to die because I didn't do I did something on my own that the Lord didn't tell me to do? It's not that he didn't tell me not to do it. He didn't tell me not to do it because I didn't ask. So I just did it. And I was just thinking that it must have been from him. Am I going to die because of that? No. But it's probably the death of the project that I was working on. You see how that goes? It wasn't meant to be, so that project needs to die. And I know that every one of you has been in here. You can think of relationships that you weren't supposed to be in, jobs that you were not supposed to take, but you took because you needed the money, and we do things because we get anxious and we do them. And this, for me, at this round, was a project. But I definitely have done the relationship thing and not asked God about it. And I definitely have done the job thing and not asked God about it. Or didn't wait for him to bring the right person or the right job into my life. So I know that we all can sit with this and understand that this is something that we all do. And I guess I'm just telling you this today so that if you are in something, if you're in a time where you're trying to do something on your own and you haven't gone to the Lord yet, it's time to go to him. It's time to go to him and to ask him, am I on the right path? Because if you're on the right path, that's fantastic. And he will keep leading you, and he will keep helping you on this path. If you're not on the right path, he will kill it. It will be dead. Okay? Proverbs 3:5-6, one of the favorites of mine. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. I didn't rely on him. I didn't submit to him, so I was walking crookedly. I was walking in a path I wasn't supposed to be in. So I hope you learned something today. I hope you got something out of this today. And the next time you have something in your spirit that tells you that you should do something, just quickly go to him first. Let him give you an answer. And if he doesn't give you an answer, then wait. Have a blessed day, everybody.